Well, Caleb Orozco has been fighting for the rights of the community for many years. 6 years ago, he brought forward a case to challenge the Constitution, and because of that stance, Caleb has faced a lot of discrimination, including verbal and physical attacks. Yesterday at the Unabom press conference, Caleb stated that it was the women in his life who sustained the movement and intertwined the feminist movement with the LGBTQI movement.
People on the front line who sustain social movements are not people like me. The people who sustain social movements are people like my sister and my mom, who were there for me when I had nothing, who provided support when there was none, who screamed, yelled, and hollered when they had to, and who was unequivocal in the support of providing a system of support that the state refused to provide for over 2 decades towards me as an individual. I cannot say enough that in this country, where women are questioned for their leadership at cabinet level, straight down to various parts of society, I cannot say enough that we have to stop undervaluing the contribution of women in this country, because they are the invisible hand that transform the way we look in our society or at our society.
While some may view his strong stance and activism as unnecessarily putting himself in harm's way, Caleb stated that his activism is necessary to recover his humanity.
One of the things you learn is that, or for me, I've learned, is that when I walk the street, people see a sexual being first, or a sexual object first, and then a human being second. And that has been part of the problem, because it allows no empathy from any individual to see the basic concern that I have as a human being. But nevertheless, I've also gotten evangelicals on Facebook who, while they say they don't support my lifestyle, they do express their support for my right.
He spoke about the issues of personal security he continuously faces because of his brave stance.
Nobody likes somebody to challenge status quo. In fact, it makes them insecure and bring fears and misunderstanding. And in their society, violence is used as a social mechanism to put you in your place. There will always be one crazy cow, one vindictive person who will use me as a scapegoat and take whatever issues they have out of me. And so I will have to continue to be conscious about where I walk, where I drive, who I hang out with, where I go in terms of entertainment. And for now, that I don't go out in Belize City. I and I alone have the personal burden of my security, as I cannot count on safe system to provide that security for me. That is a challenge when it comes to this kind of judgment.
While much strong opposing sentiments came from the churches yesterday, Caleb shared a story of welcoming Christian support.
I can remember a Christian woman about 60 years old. I thought she was crazy. I was walking to my mom near Civic Center, and normally I'm extremely defensive when I walk the street that far. But she essentially said, "Don't worry, I'm here to hug you, not hurt you." And I allowed her to hug me. And it was the strangest feeling, because it was the first time I realized that there are people of Christian faith who are not intolerant.
Caleb Orozco first filed the case challenging Section 53 of the Criminal Code of Belize in 1981 in July 2010. Yesterday, Chief Justice Kenneth Benjamin ruled favorably to amend it. It was a major victory for the community. Belize is the first country in the Caribbean to amend that law.